I'm Anil Kumar, and here is another question from my subscriber. The question here is Pat is 20 years older than James. 2 years, he will be twice as old as James. Find age of Pat and James. So let me first thank you for posting questions on my channel and making it interactive. And I hope that helps everyone to understand. So here, this is an example of linear systems. From the given statements, we can make equations and then solve them, correct? So first step is to define variables. We want to find age of Pat and James. So we'll say let Pat be P years and James be J years. Now, so that is their current age. So first thing is what we are trying to define here is their current age. Is it okay? Now we will read and form equations. So first equation can be written from the very first statement. Pat is 20 years older than James. So Pat is P, 20 years older than James. That means Pat is equals to J plus 20. Is that okay? So Pat is 20 years older than James. So we get one equation. We'll name this equation as our equation number 1. Now the second equation comes from the second statement. So in algebra, every statement can be written in the form of an equation. 2 years he will be, so after 2 years he will be twice as old as James. So after 2 years, what will be the age of Pat? So let me write down here, after 2 years. Okay, let me write here itself, so that we are clear why I got P plus 2 in first place, right? So we say after 2 years. So if the current ages are P and J, after 2 years there will be P plus 2 and J plus 2, correct? So that will be the age after 2 years. Is that clear? Now we'll write down the equation. It says 2 years he will be twice. So let me write the word in here. I think in typing I missed it. In 2 years he will be twice as old as James. So Pat will be twice. So in 2 years the age will be P plus 2. So we write P plus 2 is twice J plus 2. Correct? Does it make sense to you? And we call this as our equation 2. Perfect. Now we have two equations and two variables. We can always solve for both the variables. That's the idea. Number of equations should be at least equal to number of variables. So to solve, what are we going to do? We know P is equals to J plus 20. We can sub 1 in equation 2. Is that okay? So we'll substitute this value of P here in equation 2. As soon as I do that, see what happens. So P becomes J plus 20. So I write this as J plus 20. We already have plus 2 here, equals to 2 times J plus 2. Is it okay? So we have now an equation in which there is only one variable, which is J. Do you see? Only one variable. Now it becomes easy for us to solve. So let's solve this equation. So we'll combine these two numbers. So we have J equals to J plus 22. J plus 20 plus 2 is 22 equals to, open this bracket, 2J plus 4. Bring the J's together and the numbers together. So we have 22 minus 4 equals to 2J minus J. So 22 minus 4 is 18. So 18 equals to J. So age of James is 18 years, correct? And what should be P? P should be J plus 20, and therefore 18 plus 20 is age of Pat. which is 38, correct? So we get our answer. So now we can write down our answer, which is Pat is how old? 38 years. Okay, let me write in short. And James is 18 years, correct? So we get our answer. It is a good practice to always check. Let us check. If this is their current age, after 2 years, there will be 2 years more, correct? So check is from the statement, which is second statement, in 2 years. So we do 38 plus 2, we find this to be 40. On the other hand, 18 plus 2 is 20. And clearly, 40 is twice 20, correct? So it is correct. So that is how you have to write equations, solve them and check them. I hope all the 3 steps are well taken care of. I'd like you to check few more videos on word problems based on linear systems. That will give you good practice. Again, thanks a lot for sharing the question with me, and I hope you like and appreciate the solution. Thank you and all the best.